aspirational India has at its helm the big idea men who, armed with epic ambition, grit, brilliance, and impeccable educational qualifications, have conquered in their specific domain. Abroad में ही नहीं बल्कि इंडिया में भी अजय श्रीनिवासन एक ऐसे ही हॉटशॉट प्रोफेशनल हैं जिन्होंने 2007 से आदित्य बिरला ग्रुप को ज्वाइन किया as Chief Executive of Financial Services. Since then, he has grown and diversified the company exponentially and spectacularly. आज हम खास मुलाकात करेंगे और सुनेंगे अजय का extraordinary professional career. Hello, मैं हूँ नीवा जैन. Welcome to Zee Business and welcome to another episode of The Big Idea. Hello, Niva Jain here. Welcome to The Big Idea. Welcome to Zee Business and welcome to Mumbai. As we catch up with a rather unusual Big Idea personality, he's Ajay Shrinivasan. He is Chief Executive of the Aditya Birla Financial Services Company. So let's catch up with them in their fabulous India Bulls offices. What offices? It reminds me of NYC, Ajay.
Oh, thank you. I think this office was built to be international in terms of every part of it. Externally, of course, you can see it's a wonderful office, but even internally, we wanted openness. So if you walk around our office, you will see it's all open.
It is an honor and a pleasure, Ajay.
Entirely
Welcome
my
to
pleasure.
The Big Idea.
Thank you.
I have to tell you, for this episode, I myself am very excited. I must ask you, Ajay, you represent the new India. You have under 2 decades. Badhiya se badhiya, you have just risen. Is it great karma? Is it great luck? Is it great brilliance? What is it? And in the financial services sector, no less.
Well, you're being very kind.
No, I'm being honest.
I must thank you for that. But I think, there is really no shortcut to success. And I think the principles are pretty much the same in whatever you do, whatever field you take. I think you need luck. I don't think you're ever going to be successful without a reasonable dollop of luck.
I like that.
But I think you need to work hard. I think the 10,000 hour rule that is so widely used in other areas is probably more than 10,000 hours in management. But I think you've got to give it the hard work. But I think the third thing that is particular to management per se is I think you've got to have a good team. And I think I've been blessed with really working with some wonderful people, whether they were my bosses or
world
peers.
Over,
or
right?
world
For
over,
you,
exactly.
yeah.
Wherever I went, I've been really fortunate. So I think when you stand with such wonderful people, there's a greater chance of success.
Wow. What would you say for you yourself, Ajay? Because financial services is so competitive, it's so cutthroat. What would you say your USP is?
I think from what I've heard from other people, because I can tell you what I think, it may not matter much, but from what I've heard from other people, I think they see in me a focus which I think differentiates me from other people. I have a very clear idea of what I want to get done and how I want to get done, and I have, I think, the determination and the diligence to just keep going after it. And then I think it's a game of just then going after something you want to get after.
Persistency.
Persistence is very important, I think.
Fantastic. Okay, now share with us what are the verticals in the Aditya Birla Financial Services and how you've just been so phenomenal, instrumental in the growth rate in the last decade.
We're a very large non-bank. We have pretty much all the products and services that you could get other than a savings bank account and a current bank account.
Correct.
We've just recently got a payments bank license along with Idea, so hopefully we'll be able to fill some of that gap as well.
But
at the moment, at least, we're everything that other than a bank. So we have multiple lines of business. We are a life insurance business, a mutual fund business, a lending business, a general insurance advisory business, a private equity business, wealth management, broking, housing finance.
A to Z.
A to Z. So it's a pretty broad business. We started out in a journey in 2007 to really ramp up these businesses. We had 5 businesses at that time. Our revenues in 2007 would have been about 1,700 crores. We had about 20,000 crores of assets under management. We had about 500 crores in our lending book. And if I fast forward that to 2015, we ended 2015 with just under 8,000 crores of revenue. So big jump from the 1,700 crores.
How?
I'll tell you. We have a big jump.
That's where you come in, Mr. Superstar.
In our asset management, so we have 1,70,000 crores of assets under management, and our lending book is now almost 19,000 crores. So I think we've seen growth across a number of dimensions, number of businesses, number of customers, profitability, revenue, all of these things. I think We've been very focused, like I said earlier, we've been very clear what we want to do. We started out with a view that was purely customer centric. We said, if we want to deal with retail customers and corporate customers, what are the products and services these people need? And therefore, which of the products and services can we provide in a competitive and an economically viable manner? And that gave us a blueprint in terms of figuring out what we would do and what order we would kind of roll that out. So we're pretty much working to a blueprint that we kind of drew up back in 2007.
And it's gone in that same manner in which you had drawn.
Well, I think the external environment has been quite different. I think
because you changed governments also in between.
But we had 3 very good years, 2007 to 2010. The world was rocking. India hadn't felt the impact of the global crisis till 2010. And then post 2010, all of that kind of started playing out in India. So we've had a rougher ride, externally at least, from 2010. But I think from our perspective, we're happy because both periods, whether the world was doing well or India was doing well, or now, I think we've continued to see good growth in our top line, in our market shares, and our profitability, which means we've got the model right to some extent.
Yeah, what would you say is the reason that you were able to sustain and just grow
so I think in the beginning, when the crisis first hit, I think there were a number of people who were withdrawing, who are getting down, hunkering down because the environment was so much more challenging. And I think we looked at that as an opportunity to actually expand. We thought we'd get good people because there were people going to be available, the property, expand, and we really used that opportunity to expand. So, in fact, we use this example often saying when the crisis actually hit in the industry, assets under management fell for the mutual fund industry. We actually grew because we felt that this was an opportunity that we could leverage quite differently to the rest of the industry.
And that's where the success lay, I guess.
Yeah, I think if you do it consistently and well, then there's a reasonable chance of that.